Al-Janan kindergarten in Gaza City this morning. The bright clothes, the little backpacks, a refuge of sorts from the horrors that have dominated these young lives. But today, the horrors followed them here. An Israeli airstrike hitting the yard outside while the children were in class. For once, only minor injuries reported. This morning, another strike on a building in Gaza City, part of an intense round of attacks across the strip from overnight into today. Here, in the ruined grounds of Al-Shifa Hospital, the daily pilgrimage of the newly grieving. It is, though, further south in Deir al-Balah, where Israel appears to be concentrating its efforts after a night of intensive bombing. Reports today that the Israeli military has begun a ground offensive here, its first on the city since the war began. It's where many humanitarian agencies have moved, and where it had been thought Israeli hostages were most likely to be being held. Israel issued its evacuation order on Sunday, the first time it had threatened to move into Deir al-Balah. It's been home to thousands of displaced people during the war, many of them forced north by the Israeli military from Rafah and Khan Yunis. Now they're being forced south to al-Mawasi and its already desperately overcrowded tented encampments.
يعني احنا لا اكل ولا شرب ولا طحين ولا اي شيء وراضيين وكمان هذا الاشي زياده اجى فوقنا يعني ضغط احنا مخنوقين اطفالنا جعانين
رموا علينا مشير وطلعنا من مش عارفين وين رايحين هينا رايحين مش عارفين وين رايحين يعني لا في مأوى لنا ولا في اي شيء ولا حاجه والمكان اللي كنا قاعدين فيه ما فيش ما صارش شيء يعني كله ضغط علينا هينا ماشيين احنا مش عارفين وين رايحين.
Today's attacks follow the killing in the far north on Sunday of 67 Palestinians seeking aid from UN trucks, according to Gaza's health ministry. The Israeli military says it fired warning shots in the face of what it called an immediate threat, and that it's examining details of the incident, language familiar from weeks of shootings at aid sites in Gaza. Last night, the World Food Programme released a statement saying that as its convoy approached, the surrounding crowd came under fire from Israeli tanks, snipers and other gunfire. We are deeply concerned and saddened by this tragic incident, resulting in the loss of countless lives. Many more suffered life-threatening injuries. These people were simply trying to access food to feed themselves and their families on the brink of starvation. Israel's army released this video saying it countered what it called Hamas lies, but also said it was shot in the afternoon, hours after the incident in question. And today, the killing goes on. Mourners gathering in southern Khan Yunis, where medics said a mother, father and their 2 children were killed in their tent by an Israeli airstrike.
أشكال كبيرة من العذاب، من القهر، من الجوع، من الموت. توقعنا كثير إنه تقف هذه المجازر، حدا يقف معنا، حدا يقول إحنا معكم، حدا يوقف هالمحرقة. ما صار أي تحرك، فاليوم وصلنا لمرحلة مات عنا التوقع، بطلنا نتوقع إشي ولا نستنى من حدا إشي.
For those who no longer feel able to pray for an end to all this, the only option to pray for their dead. Well, joining us now is Ibrahim Alashi. He's a dentist and he's volunteering at a food distribution point to help some of the hungry in Gaza. Ibrahim, thank you very much for joining us from Gaza City. It seems from here that it's been a pretty intense round of strikes overnight and carrying on into today. Can you tell us what you've been experiencing?
Yes, every day here in Gaza is very bloody. The Israeli assault never stops. Hardly an hour passes without airstrikes. Just recently, if you can hear the Apache now are shooting on the people here. The Israeli army issued new evacuation orders to people in Deir al-Balah in the southern area of Gaza Strip. But the people there are already displaced. They had fled from another places. Now they are being forced to flee once again with nowhere safe to go, actually. Here in Gaza City, where I live, the bombardment is constant. Explosions can be heard from every direction. All the neighborhoods here in Gaza City is targeted. It is the systemic destruction of all lives in Gaza City.
Well, let's focus on the situation in Deir al-Balah. We're getting reports of a ground invasion beginning after the airstrikes. What is the significance of the fact that the Israelis are moving in there for the first time, and what might the consequences be for that part of Gaza?
The displacement word is very bad. I tried displacement when I was in the south during this war. You have to bring all of you have, and then you go to another place. Actually, you will not find any place to put there your thing and your tent or your shelter, because all places are overcrowded with people.
And well, tell us a bit about the humanitarian situation. Obviously, you've been focusing on that in your work at the soup kitchen. We saw those terrible events up in the far north on Sunday with the desperation on show of people to try to get to these aid trucks. What is the situation when it comes to food like right now?
Oh, the situation is very bad. We have a medical point here in Gaza. Every day we are handling with tens of children. They are suffering from malnutrition, hunger. But I think the worst thing I had ever seen, a baby. It's just 5 months. He is very malnutrited, and there is nothing to eat. There is no milk, no bread, no clean drinking water. Every day, children in Gaza here are dying because they have nothing to eat. Hunger is no longer a fear here. It is a daily reality. On my personal side, I haven't eaten breakfast or lunch today. Not because I don't have money, but because there is simply nothing available in the local market to buy. The local market are empty, completely empty. And if anything does appear, it's priced 13 or 40 times higher than the normal. A bag of flour right now, 25 kilogram is about $400. And if you can't even find it, costs more than an entire family can afford in a week. The Gaza city right now is the most expensive city in the world, I think. If you allow to me, I want to say message to the world. Please don't look away. What's happening in Gaza right now, it's a man-made disaster. And it is still unfolding. We are not numbers. We are human beings, doctors, children, parents, and students. And we are being starved, bombed, and displaced over and over again. And we need an immediate ceasefire. We need food, water, and medicine, not tomorrow, but now, and we need justice.
All right, Ibrahim Al-Ashi, thank you very much for joining us today, and we can only wish you the best in what are incredibly difficult circumstances. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.